Hey Aries, welcome to your weekly reading for the 17th to 24th of August. I am Charlene Lizette. Whether you are new or whether you are returning, a massive thank you to you. As always, I hope you click subscribe and you become a part of our collective. Let's dive in and see what is going on for you. Oh, the cards feel a bit sticky, so might be time to switch over to another deck. But let's see if they decide to show something for you, Aries. Okay, we have the new moon in Leo happening. Well, it just happened on the 16th. We have a lot of really beautiful, positive energy that is entering in the cosmos. Even though, yes, we have lots of retrogrades. We've got Saturn retrograde, Venus is retrograde. We have Mercury in a shadow period of retrograde. We've got Pluto retrograde. We've got, I think Uranus is also retrograde. Don't quote me though, Adea. So yeah, there's a lot of obvious retrogrades that are happening right now. But whenever like a lot of retrogrades happen in the cosmos, the retrograde indicates that it's a time of reevaluation, self-reflection, of kind of going back, of taking a look and seeing, sorry, maybe I realized the mic might be a little bit too far for you. Taking a look and like reassessing things, reviewing, resetting, reanalyzing, all the re's. All the re's. Okay, let's keep going here. I want to make sure I get all your cards out before I dive in to your reading. My voice is like a little bit better, not a lot though. One of the cool things that has been coming through for you as I've been sitting here with your energy is this ignition. It almost feels like all systems go. I don't know if you're into like NASA or I don't know, you're into cars, but I keep seeing like racing cars, like the smoke, the puff, the, you know, like when, okay. So once upon a time, your girl used to go and hang out at car races that were not always approved of by certain things, okay? Like think Fast and Furious. Yes, I was one of those girls. Oh dear God, I am just embarrassing myself. So anyways, I used to go to these things and like, you know, as the cars got up to the line to do their race, you'd hear the like, and then like the all the smoke come out the back. Like that's literally what I feel. It's not like that rush of like the car literally being propelled forward once like the flag goes down. So again, take what resonates. All systems go is what I'm picking up here. So if there are some things that you've been wanting to do, okay, while I don't recommend rushing through them, I do feel like you have the green light to start them, okay? So let's dive into this reading because it's very, very powerful and also really, really interesting when we start looking at the dynamic, the relationship between the cards. Hold on. I'm just going to make sure that this, please, Lord Jesus, let there have been sound. Okay. So the first card you got is the Anointed, Answer the Call, Leadership, Empowerment, Soul Gifts. The next card you got is Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. And then you got the 7th house, which is interesting because the 7th house is literally like your counterpart, the yin to your yang. And the 7th house is Venus, it is Libra, and it's all about relationships, marriage, contracts, commitments, spiritual unions, agreement societies, and business partnerships. All right, so I've got a feeling here that you have made a choice. I feel like it's you because you're showing up as a 6 of Wands here. I feel like you've made this really big choice. To push further in your own personal pursuits here with the 9 of Cups, like whatever brings you joy, whatever brings you happiness, whatever brings you fulfillment, okay? But that means that you need to move away first from certain things here with that 6 of Swords. These things could be actual people, relationships that didn't work out, but it also could be mindsets, thoughts, you know, like your own mental anguish or your own intellect, like your own like it literally just feels like overanalysis paralysis to a certain degree here with that 6 of Swords, okay? Like you're making a choice to move away from that. Now, with that comes the Ace of Cups, which is really, really beautiful, okay? Because we have a new beginning here in emotions and feelings, okay? And the way that we are experiencing things very deeply on a soul level. You are making this choice to answer the call. And very interestingly enough, you got answer the call twice because you got answer the call in the Anointed, and you also got answer the call in Judgment. That's one of the main key words for judgment. Answering the call, answering the call from the universe, stepping into your spiritual awakening, stepping up and leading, following like source consciousness. This is a reckoning. This is the universe, you know, Archangel Gabriel turning around and saying, hey, like, it's time for you to do something. Like, are you ready? Like, have you done it? And I think there's a lot to be said about how you're feeling regarding this decision that you knew you had to make. Like, this decision was not a decision that you took very lightly, nor was it a decision that you made very lightly, but you also knew that you needed to make that decision. And I think as this whole week progresses, and also, sorry, you're wrapping up the week with 2 major arcana. If you're taking my tarot basics course or you're taking my tarot certification course, when you learn about the major arcana, you learn like major arcana in a tarot reading are pivotal, like actual instrumental change. Like, these are things that are happening. They are not feelings, they are not thoughts. It's literal like propelling of your energy forward on the place of judgment. So answering the call from the universe, stepping into your spiritual awakening, and also with High Priestess here, listening to your intuition. And I think that's where you're like, I don't think you're caught up about it, but I think you're in this place where you're like, I know I made the right decision, but just because I made the right decision, just because I answered the call, doesn't mean that it necessarily feels good, because you're wrapping up the week with your face headed towards something. See how the man here is facing away. You're facing away. When we face away from something, okay, it means that we have our back turned to other things. So my question to you is, what have you chosen to turn your back to? To me, it looks like you've chosen to turn your back to potentially some sort of commitment, some sort of relationship, maybe a friendship, maybe a business partnership. Now, where it does get interesting though is there's this a little bit of an energy here around like egos, right? So if you have any big decisions to make, okay, big decisions that are going to be instrumental and pivotal, that are literally going to create some sort of catalyst change in your life this week, don't operate from ego, operate from your highest self, because that's why the High Priestess is here. The High Priestess is saying, you are going to be victorious in your pursuit. You are going to end up being the winner here. However, you also have to realize that there's a humble way of operating versus an egotistical way of operating. And that's the lesson. That's the biggest lesson here, Aries, for you. You also got Sol as your amulet for the week. Sol has sunstone, moonstone, citrine, rose quartz. And this whole piece is about operating like the sun. It's showing up in the world like the sun. It's connected to Leo energy and your fire energy too, so you match well with it. This is about you showing up in the spotlight, taking up space and not being afraid, and doing it unapologetically. And that's very much an energy that we are connecting with, specifically around the Leo new moon that just happened. And with Juno entering into Leo, and like just the things that are happening in the cosmos right now, there's this like big push for uniqueness and owning your individual self. Now let's dive into your love reading here. We got healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, and the Hanged Man. Yeah, which is, I love that, to be quite honest with you, because right now with all the retrogrades, specifically Venus and Mercury in shadow period, I don't recommend it a time to start a new relationship. Knight of Cups and playfulness. This is a time where essentially like you break up with somebody if they're not the right person for you. What is really nice though, this energy right now that we're experiencing, just one please, is a time for you to be playful, get out, go out on dates, meet people, okay? The Hierophant, the Hermit, and engagement. Yeah, I think you're really self-reflecting. You're in that, very much in that retrograde energy of reflecting, reassessing, and really deciding where you want to go forward. And that means that there are some things that you might have to let go of, and that could be relationships. And I do see that being a very prominent theme for you this week. What relationships need to stay, what relationships need to go, and why. All right, Aries, I'm going to pop this video here to help you with this whole relationship situation shift that you're going through right now. And if you want to book a session, pick up your amulet, or work with me in any capacity, it's in the description box below. We will see you later, alligator. Peace out.